Morning, welcome to Today at the Races here at Laurel Park, presented by Fidelity First. I'm Stan Salter along with our odds maker Keith Fustel. We appreciate Fidelity First sponsoring our Today at the Races here at Laurel Park. Our good friend Dan Eubanks, hopefully we'll see him out here at the races today for a nice Sunday fun day out here at Laurel Park. Let me turn this thing up here, blaring in my ear. Got tractors going, we have all kinds of action today. Sunday fun day here at Laurel Park. Nice little carryover in that Rainbow Pick Six, a little over $3,000 in the Pick Six carryover today. That'll start race 4. We have some nice picks. You had some nice picks yesterday on the Claiming Crown Day down there at Gulfstream. You had some nice picks right here at Laurel Park. And how about Lacey Gaudette winning a big race down there
that
at
was
Gulfstream?
good. And John Jones was third. And so,
Good third, yeah.
Congratulations. We knew they would represent. You know, I thought Gueron's horse would run a little bit better. No bricks. Tougher coming from further off the pace. Usually down at Gulfstream, sometimes you need a little bit of a setup. Watch those horses when they come back up here, relocate back north. I think they'll be good to go for both of those trainers.
We had a lot of players up here excited about Gulfstream yesterday. They were playing the live races here at Laurel, opening day for that championship meet down there at Gulfstream. So today, let's show you what's going on here today. We have the Fantasy Football Pick 7 going on up there at the newly redone second floor of the clubhouse, the new sports bar up there, the $2,500 Fantasy Football. Who's the star quarterback today for the Fantasy Football, Keith?
I think Roethlisberger tears it up against the
Big
Giants.
Ben?
Yeah, we'll double bubble him and Antonio Brown. Don't go stealing my picks now.
All right.
But maybe we'll get 2 of those legs with those 2. I actually was out with some friends last night watching the Clemson game and showed them the ticket and everything. They were definitely piqued their interest a little bit into the bet. I think we'll see them soon down here at Laurel, giving a shot for that Fantasy Pick 7.
And we have all the NFL games up there with the NFL Sunday ticket. Every game, every Sunday now featured up there in the new sports bar on the second floor of the clubhouse Saturday and Sunday. Now you have to get in the fantasy football before the 1 o'clock games start. And all you have to do is buy a program, a live Laurel Park program, or a racing form to get a free entry voucher. You take it up there, second floor of the clubhouse, and you enter. You can watch all the games up there at the new sports bar. Don't forget about the Premier Parlay as well for you Premier players out there. You pick a 3-team NFL parlay, and you can double your Premier player points at no risk of losing any points. So that's all kinds of good stuff going on Sunday Fun Day here at Laurel Park. Next Saturday, we had the Give a Gift and Get a Gift yesterday. Next Saturday, we'll have the $10,000 Giving Tree promotion here at Laurel Park. All kinds of cool presents underneath the Giving Tree. A popular 2017 calendar giveaway as well next Saturday.
Yeah, that's good. Keep on track of the racing calendar throughout the year. And once again, it's the time of year everybody's kind of giving in the festive mood. And looking forward to see you out here. You can give a little bit, and we'll give a little bit back to you.
And we have some nice stakes next Saturday as well. The Noms closed yesterday, so some nice live racing, stake races next Saturday, the Giving Tree, and there's the big stake race of them all. Not too early to start thinking about next year's 142nd Preakness Stakes on Saturday, May 20th, over there at Pimlico. You can buy your tickets now, make a great stocking stuffer Christmas present, Preakness tickets.
And once again, when I talk to my friends out of town or from traveling, we discuss the Triple Crown, and I'm a little bit biased. This is my hometown, and I enjoy the Preakness. But the people, other media types, they really like coming into Maryland and going to Pimlico and enjoying the Preakness. And like I say, that Turfside Terrace, I mean, get on that early. I still think that's one of the best deals you'll ever get in sports, any sporting event that you'll go to.
And they sell out early. All the seats sold out last year for the Preakness Stakes, so go to Preakness.com for all your tickets and information about the second jewel of the Triple Crown. Preakness tickets on sale now. So let's get right to it. Let's show everybody what the carryovers look like today. A little over 1,900 in the Rolling Super High Five. That'll start race 1 with that low 15% takeout for the Super High Five, then the big carryover of the day. A little over 3,000 for the Pick Six. It'll start race 4 today. Now, yesterday, there was a lot going on. There was opening day down there at Gulfstream. Fairgrounds is running Tampa. There was a lot going on. We didn't have any stakes yesterday, but we had a decent carryover in the Rainbow Pick Six. And I bet you even the players, the regular Pick Six players, I bet you they kind of dropped the ball yesterday as well. Everybody forgot about the Pick Six yesterday. It could have been taken down. Could have been taken down with a simple ticket. That was just a rarity. I expect everybody to go back in the Pick Six today. There'll be about 3,000 to 5,000 new money in there. But still, it's at that stage right now where if you get all 6 winners, you have a very good shot of taking it down because because it's not getting the play that it probably should be getting.
I was one of those people, Stan, that I forgot to put a ticket in, and definitely going back and going through the picks, no doubt could have added a little bit here and there. It wouldn't have been an expensive ticket. Yeah, that's my own fault, but I make mistakes every day.
Well,
Used to it.
so do I. But hopefully, it'll get played well today. Nice little carryover in that rainbow pick six. You have all 6 winners, and a good shot of having a nice $8,000 score here on a Sunday at Laurel Park. So those are the carryovers. The sun's kind of coming out here slowly but surely. A little overcast right now, but no rain all weekend. We'll be fast and firm today for our 9-race program. First race at 12:30. All 3 of the grass races today will be run on the all along. How do you think the all along looked yesterday?
Not too bad, not too bad. I mean, this turf course is holding up. I mean, we're getting deep into the season, Stan. I mean, the weather's for the most part has been cooperating. I don't think you could ask for much more. Doing the right thing, I think, moving it to the all along. Might give a little hedge to horses can colors a little bit more ground, and the all along seems the further you get out in the course, maybe the speed's a little bit better. But once again, I mean, I think beggars can't be choosers. We're able to get this turf course into the first week, maybe the second week of December.
Sure.
That's pretty darn good.
That's pretty good. And there you go. Fast and firm. First race post time at 12:30. Let's get right to it here for the opener. Now, the best bets at Laurel Park are both of the pick fives. The late pick 5 with carryover potential. The early pick 5's a mandatory payout. Both of them have an industry low 12% takeout. The pick 5's here at Laurel Park, your best bet. Race 1 kicks off the early pick 5. A nice little carryover in that rolling super high 5, $1,904 in that super high 5, low 15% takeout. Race 1 also kicks off the early pick 5. Let's take a look here at my ticket. A $64 play. I'll go 4 deep here in the first 3 races. Easy as 1, 2, 3, 4 in the first couple races. Then I'll go 3, 5, 7, 8 there in race 3. Just going with 2 horses, the 1 and the 14 in race 4, and kind of run out of money there in race 5. Spread out more so if you like, but I'll key on the 9 in there. Tarkia, my actual price play of the day. So nice 5-1 morning line odds. Kevin Gomez in the saddle for trainer James M. Casey coming from the Scott Lake barn. So we'll get a nice 5-1 price there on the 9 Tarkia in race 5. So let's take a look here at race 1. We're on the main track going a mile in a 16th here, claiming 10,000. Never won 3 lifetime. My top pick in here, the 3 Squashville Fergal Lynch aboard here for trainer Chucky Lawrence. A sharp win at Penn National after a couple months away from the races, came back in top form. A good win against 10,000 2 life. A little bit tougher level here today, 10,000 3 life here at Laurel Park. That's going to be a harder race than last out, but at least we know this 3-year-old gelding's in good form right now. Chucky Lawrence gets a top rider in Fergal Lynch.
Yeah, no doubt. McCarthy chooses to go to the 1. Great Plan is going to be my top selection. But yeah, Squashville Road has won 3 in a row in the dirt. You wonder why they keep putting it back on the turf, but the last 3 dirt wins, dirt races, all wins. One of those taken off the turf, and 3rd place finisher out of that most recent race at Penn National came back to win the other night. Squashville Road is a tough little race. I think the best horses are both down to the inside. Not usually a good thing the way this race course has been playing. I don't think they have enough speed. Hopefully they got plenty of time to get outside and circle. Great Plan, I think, is just faced a little bit better. The rider change here to Trevor McCarthy, the right kind of rider to carry him. The barn does well on big droppers, 5 for 12 over the last couple years with a solid ROI, 8 for 12 in the one. They take a shot with the 1. Great Plan with a circling ride from Trevor McCarthy.
I respect him. I'll use him in the top 3. 0 for 6 though here at Laurel Park. That's a little bit of a turnoff, but he is getting a big-time class relief today. And you get Trevor McCarthy, should get a ground-saving trip. But you mentioned, though, the inside on the dirt course been deep and hasn't been favoring too much with horses getting trapped down there on the inside.
If you're a rider and you're down on the inside, shame on you.
Right.
That's all I can say. I know sometimes you're kind of pushed down in there. You're a victim. You might have a little speed and some other speeds outside, and they just push down on you. But that's the one thing when you're handicapping this race is in betting the Laurel Park card. It's been like this for a month. I don't know when it's going to change. Nobody sent me the memo, but it's staying like this. I'm going to ride, what's given to me right now. Get off the inside is basically, should be the instructions.
You've seen it time and time again. Horses turning for home, a horse in front you think's going to win, a horse coming on the outside just in the better part of the racetrack, and they get the money here recently.
Go back and look at the charts. Circled 6 wide, 7 wide bid, 8 wide bid. I mean, it's not kind of the Laurel we're usually accustomed to, where you wanted to save ground, especially going a route of ground. If you were 4 wide around this first turn down the backside here going long, you never won.
Right.
Now, now it's kind of the place to be. And hey, that's the fun part about racing too. They
Sure.
change it up, and you've got to stay on top of it. If you do your homework, you'll be rewarded for it.
All right, so keep your eye on that. McCarthy going to have to hopefully get off the outside, get off the inside, turnover home on the 1. Great plan. We both like the 1. I like the 4 a little bit as well. Holiday moves for trainer Donnie Barr. Got back to his winning ways last out in the slop at Penn National. Forrest Boyce gets aboard here today. 5-1. This horse 0 for 3 at Laurel Park. This is a tougher race than that last race at Penn National, but horse trains here for Donnie Barr and hopefully going in the right direction off that last
Got
win.
a couple races staying the fit on the form. Was a claim a while back in the springtime off of Cal Lynch. Finally got a win last time out. Maybe a little bit of a confidence builder. I'd say I think these fields at Penn were a little bit weaker than what the 1 and the 2 have come out of.
Sure.
But the 1 and 2, they're showing they're not in the best of form. It's one of those tricky races. Who's in form, who's not in form, class droppers. Andy's Love, I think it'll be on the engine. I think this race goes in waves, where Andy's Love kind of goes to the front. Boz My Uncle will also be close. Maybe Louis the Great, the 6th, makes the first run. Will he be able to hold off the closers? But yeah, we've given all that talk about the dead rail. Maybe the rail will be golden today.
Yeah.
We'll see. But you've got to watch. I mean, you'll get a good clue after the first couple races.
We do have some rider changes here in the opener. Victor Carrasco off his mounts again this afternoon, so make the rider on the 2. They all come home. Kevin Gomez rides the 2, and also rider change on the 7. Bob's My Uncle make it. Steve Hamilton aboard the 7 there in the opener. Let's turn the page here. Race 2 kicks off the early. Pick 4, we stay on the main track going 6 furlongs. Nice starter. Allowance optional claiming $25,000. Keith has an early pick 4 ticket. Let's pop that up and see how you're playing this early pick 4 today.
Yeah, reasonable ticket again, $36. We've been right around these. I just need a little bit extra, maybe into the ticket. But Hickory Hill it really ran well after a troubled beginning last time out. I think he fits. I think he's consistently faster, shown to be consistently faster than the rest of his field. I'm going to use him along with True Arch, first time off the claim, and a little protect move with Comlo. 2 deep in race 3. The obvious horses, the 5 Chili Magician and the 8 Papa Pablo, was trying to come up with a stranger in their stand. Couldn't do it. I think the 4th is absolutely wide open. A nickel, 1 in 6 months. I think the best horse might be pinned down inside. That's 7. Maybe he can kind of get out and get around. I've got a spread in there. 10's Wild and Photogenic, I think, is hedging back up towards one of his better races. And in race 5, we'll go 3 deep. The road's going to go through the 1. I Love You Still looks like the controlling speed. If I'm flat out sweet, I'm flat out sweet. I think is going to be appreciate the little bit of drop in class in here. And Irish Inspired, all things considered, ran very well despite the early antics prior to his last race.
All right, the multi-race wagers, the multi-race handles have been strong the past couple days, so hopefully we'll get a nice handle in the early pick 4 starting race 2. Let's take a look here. I have the 2 Hickory Hill on top as well. Leading rider Jevion Toledo aboard here for trainer Mike Juralis. A decent 3rd last out at this level, and yes, this horse is the beaten favorite the last 2 races, but is 4 for 5 in the money here at Laurel Park with a win. You get Toledo, is capable of better than what we saw last time out.
Yeah, you can kind of compare too some of his races even at Delaware against a bunch of these horses that have run at Delaware, like Stand Guard and True Arch and Empty Prize. Clearly his run faster, overcame a lot of adversity last time out to just come up a little bit short. Okay field with Bo Vuk, rode the best part of the racetrack, but I think all things considered ran real big despite that early adversity. You know, he's run against Alexa Catena, who we saw run big in a 2 other than here yesterday. I know that was last year this time, but Hickory Hill, the barn's doing well, got a win the other day, owner and trainer with Lanier. So let's take a shot with the 2 Hickory Hill. Probably will hedge down off of that 7-2. I do think some money's going to come in on the Fort Gwinnett Park on the drop-in class.
You have the 6 in your exacta. First off the claim here for Bill Comlo. Katie Davis gets aboard the 6 True Arch. Beaten favored last time at the 16-2 life level. A little bit of a step up here today off the claim.
It is. I like a little bit of a protect move with the barn. You know, people have done well first off the claim off of Delacour. It doesn't really give things away, but then steadily the magic seems to go away a little bit. This is a good ROI barn. True Arch draws outside the other speed, Empty Prize. Katie Davis, stay outside, get the lead, stay at about the 3 or 4 path if you can, and hopefully ride that on home. But Hickory Hill, I think is going to be, setting the sights on True Arch once they turn for hope.
I'll throw the 3 in there. Stand guard Brian Pedroza aboard his 3-year-old by Awesome again for trainer Tim Ritchie. They claimed the horse for $50,000 down there last January at Oaklawn. Didn't go too well down there. They brought the horse back up to Delaware, gave the horse a summertime off. They cut him back in distance. They at least got a good effort in that comeback race back on October 8th. Now, where's he been since then?
Yeah.
Maybe they just couldn't find a race, but looks like he's well spotted here today with Pedroza aboard at 4-1.
Yeah, hard horse to gauge, Stan. Exactly what you said. A layoff, then runs well, then another little layoff. I didn't know what to make of the 3 stand guard. I'll use the 1 Iredell, once again down inside. He ran real well last time. I think he's hedging back into his top form right now. He's getting better and better with the addition of blinkers. He's definitely improved.
All right, that's the one. You get Trevor McCarthy aboard for Cal Lynch on the 1 Iredell, who we both like there in race 2. Race 3, we get out to the turf for the first time today. We're on the all-along turf course here for race 3, going a mile in a 16th, maiden claiming 25,000, and I'll go with the 8 on top here. Papa Pablo, Alex Centron aboard this 2-year-old son of Papa Clem for trainer Niall Seville. Papa Clem, a Preakness starter. That was a Gary Studi horse. I remember Gary Studi with the cigar that year with Papa Clem, but it looks like Papa Pablo has enjoyed the stretch out in the last 2 races going long on the grass. A good second at the maiden 40,000 level back late November. That race was off about a 2-month freshening, so now his second race right back. We're taking a little bit of a drop from the maiden 40 to maiden 25 today, and you get Centron aboard.
Yeah, I'll flip-flop your top 2 selections. Papa Pablo did have an excuse early, was checked a couple times around the first turn behind horses, but then he drafted to the inside and got a good trip, just steadily advanced up the inside, rode the rail to the head of the stretch before tipping out. He had his sights set on a duel. He just kind of went one pace here, Stan, to the wire, was able to get by Chili Magician, who had to lead, but then had to duel around the final turn. You see Papa Pablo out there in the yellow silks, had that trouble early, checked around the first turn a couple times, rode the inside angle. It looks like he might win it right here, but just can't get by. The 5 does get by Chili Magician late to nab that one for the place. Well, that was a Thurston horse. This horse is coming right back. Both of these horses quick, right back quick in a short turnaround here. But they're the horses to beat. They're proven going long on the turf. Barron, I don't know what happened to him last time. He did get bounced around pretty good at the start. Maybe that threw him off his game. You'll get a better price on him this afternoon.
All right, so 8-5 for me, 5-8 for Keith here in race 3, and we both like the 7 a little bit here. Bobby the Boss, Fergal Lynch aboard this 3-year-old son of Street Boss for Greg Sacco. A decent third in the debut, sprinting on the grass, coming from behind up there at the Meadowlands against Maiden 20. Didn't like the dirt too much in the second start against Maiden 40 at Parks. That was probably a tough race. It stretches out on the turf here, going long for the first time, and judging by that debut performance when he came from behind at 6-5, looks like he might like to stretch out here in 2 turns today.
No doubt, Stan. Out of a mare that both of her wins were long on the grass, so this horse should appreciate the extra ground. The barn, 2 sprints to the route. You see the figure there on the daily racing form. It's a 25% clip with a positive ROI.
All right, so a nice maiden 25. We're on the all-along turf course there in race 3. Let's get a commercial break. When we come back, today's Rainbow Pick 6. That starts race 4 today. A little over 3,000. Great day to take the Pick 6 down here at Laurel Park. We'll start with that when we come back.
The all-new Laurel Park is beyond your expectations. Feel the anticipation.
This long shot
Witness the speed. Experience the thrill.
Welcome back. Today at the races here at Laurel Parks, presented by Fidelity First. I'm Stan Salter along with Keith Fustel. Beautiful Sunday fun day out here at Laurel Park. We have a carryover in the Rainbow Pick 6. We have the Fantasy Football Pick 7, 2,500 in that Fantasy Football Pick 7. All the NFL games up there on the second floor of the clubhouse at the new sports bar, and there it is. A nice carryover in the Rainbow Pick 6. $3,052 starts in race 4. I have a ticket, nice affordable $48 play here for my Pick 6, and I know and on your early Pick 4 ticket, Keith, you're very deep in race 4. My early Pick 5, I'm only 2 deep, but I'll go 4 deep here on the Pick 6, as this is a wide open beaten nickel race going 7 furlongs here to kick off the Pick 6. So I'll use the 1, 2, 3, and the 14 here in race 4. Just going 2 deep in race 5, 3 deep in race 6, 2 deep in race 7, and then I'll key. My best bet of the day is going to come in that Maryland Bred Allowance race. Race 8 going 6 furlongs on the main track. I'll key on the 7 there. Daily News from the Katie Voss barn. Make the rider Julian Pimentel aboard the 7 Daily News. I'll key on that runner and then go 5 deep there in the finale. That's a tough, wide open maiden 25 for 2-year-old fillies going 7 furlongs. So $48 play for the pick 6 starts right here. Let's take a look here. See if I can get live in this first race. We're going 7 furlongs, claiming 5,000 for horses that haven't won a race since June 4th. My horse, we're both on the outside here. We'll hope the 14 Tens Wild likes the outside today for trainer Jerry Thurston. Alex Centron aboard. Centron was aboard last time, a little wide around the far turn. A good third, a good second though to Going to Market, who's a solid beaten nickel horse around here. That race was going 2 turns. I liked a little bit of a cutback today to 7 furlongs. Tens Wild should be dead fit, and hopefully Centron can stay out in the clear, trouble-free today. Here's Tens Wild's, here's that second back from November 13th here at Laurel Park. This race was going 1 mile and a 16th, and had to make a wide rally around the far turn. There you see him, the gray 7-year-old gelding by 10 pens, but hangs on here for a good second. Going to Market was a well-meant winner that day. So I'll go with the 14 Tens Wild. Hopefully Centron can stay out there in the best part of the racetrack.
Yeah, he was there. There's a little punch truck there at the 8th pole, switch back to us correctly. It actually drifted in towards the rail, but then he kind of kept on going late, which was good. Yeah, some speed, definite speed, some questionable speed, Stan, down to its inside. As I said, if the track continues to play the way it's been playing, we'll monitor that up until race 4. Yeah, I think this horse can sit and rate. He's got a nice rider that can do that, and just a circling move. I think he's a little bit better than what that 49 number shows last time out.
And so that's it's both our top picks here in race 4. This race also kicks off the middle pick 4 this afternoon. I'll throw the one in there, Seve from the Scott Lake barn, 7-year-old Trevor McCarthy gets aboard here. This horse, the beaten favorite last out up there at Penn National. This race may be a little tougher than that. A sharp win 2 back at Delaware, but that was against 4,000 claimers. A tough inside post today. McCarthy going to try and have to get off the rail.
Yeah, they got some definite issues last time out by a barn owner-trainer combo. They do well off the claim with each other. Scott Lake finally got on the board here yesterday with a good win. Moon Vision at a nice price. Hopefully you had that one.
And now the floodgates just might keep, and now they might open. And a bunch of late winners.
So, I mean, this horse, 7 furlongs, looks to suit him well. This field, he's got a good rating gear. Trevor's the right kind of rider, though, that should be able to, he's smart enough to get this horse off the inside. He's got enough tactical speed, maybe send up inside horses early. But then he'll make the appropriate move. I'm sure he'll make the right kind of ride. But can he overcome just being down there for a little bit longer period of time? I'm going to definitely use him underneath. Would not surprise me if he won it.
He definitely likes this distance, 6 for 11 at this 7 furlong distance with a couple wins. So we both like the one a little bit. The 13 you have in your exacta here, Photogenic Javion Toledo. You get the leading rider at a big price here, 15-1 for trainer Damon Dilladovico. This horse been in all form his last few races, but we know he's capable of better.
He's hedging back. You see back in April, an 80 at this distance at Laurel. He hasn't been able anywhere to come near that race. Gives me a little bit of hope. Last time made a pretty big move, closed a lot of ground and flattened late. I don't know if he's going to be that far out of it. Ride the wave of the racetrack. I think he's going to be an honest price.
So it's a wide open race. I know you're spread deep on your early pick 4. You have the 7 in there as well. Luna Rock, you get 10 pounds off here for trainer James Herbert.
Definitely. That horse ran well against the grain of the racetrack last time. Anna Carroll, she showed a lot of guts in a race. I think it was yesterday. Had to kind of navigate through some traffic. Unfortunately, the horse kind of clipped the heels. Did a nice job with that. Hats off to her. A really good ride the other day. Bluegrass Foxtrot, the 5 horse, also intrigues me a little bit. I've got him in the early pick 4 for trainer Wayne Potts. He's run numbers, very comparable to the rest of this field. The question mark is the layoff.
This could be one of your typical beaten nickel races where you just better spread deep. Anything can happen, so it could be an exciting blow-up race there in race 4 to kick off the Rainbow Pick 6. Nice carryover today, a little over 3,000. Race 5 kicks off the late pick 5, no carryover, but always that low 12% takeout. I have a ticket here for the late pick 5. Let's take a look at it here. A $60 play for my pick 5. I'll go 4 deep here in race 5 using the 1, 2, 5, 9, going 3 deep in race 6, 2 deep in race 7. Key on the 7. Daily News with Pimentel aboard for Katie Voss, and then going 5 deep there in race 9. That's a wide open maiden 25 or 2-year-old fillies going 7 furlongs. So late pick 5. The past few Sundays, the handle gets better with the second part, the later half of the card. So hopefully we'll have a nice strong handle today in the late pick 5. We're on the all-along turf course here for race 5, going a mile and a 16th, claiming 16,000 for the filly and mares. Never won 2 lifetime. My price play of the day is Tarkia here. We're getting 5-1. This 4-year-old daughter of Artie Schiller makes her first start today for the new barn trainer James M. Casey. So that's going to give us a little better odds than maybe if the horse was still in Scott Lake's barn, because the horse was in good form. A sharp win at Delaware, 2 back at the 16,000 2 life level. Was taken down that day, but a good third coming from way out of it last time here at Laurel Park. She's normally closer up than her last race. Her last race, something happened. She was just way out of it, but she finished with a good rush, got up for a good third. That was at the $10,000 level. We're stepping back up here a little bit today. Kevin Gomez, top rider, gets aboard, and we should get a nice 5 to 6 to 1 price here on the 9 Tarkia.
Yeah, I think the money's going to definitely kind of come in on the 1. I love you still. Probably should have had this horse a little bit lower odds on the morning line. This is a tough race to kind of gauge, though, when you're just kind of looking at numbers. Your horse definitely has a shot, Stan. I don't know how that horse got so far back last time. Looks like it could take up a stalking position. May get first run on my top selection, the 1 I love you still. Kind of wish this race might have stayed on a Dahlia. I think that course holds speed a little bit better than the all along. But I love you still held in much better than what I thought she would last time. I was a little bit of against her. I like her here right back for a barn that's just going great guns right now. I'm flat out sweet. Comes out of a little bit tougher race. Second place finisher Katie's Horseplay wins yesterday. I liked the little bit more stamina this horse showed last time. Did still close ground into that mile race. Don't let that 7th place finish fool you. It works for this field and gets Farrago Lynch. I think he'll get a good trip on this filly.
I like the 1 and 2. I'll use them in my top 3. Mary Epler, leading trainer. She's starting to create a little separation atop the trainer standings. She had a 2-win day with Friday or yesterday. She won another race yesterday as well. So she's your leading trainer, kind of creating some separation. She's atop of Gary Capuano, Kieran McGee, Trombetta, like Lacey Gaudet. They're all right there. But the barn's going well. The horse to beat here, probably be the favorite. I'll use that one in my exacta, the 2 as well, for trainer Greg Sacco. And we both like the 5 here, Justice for Sheena. Horacio Caramanos aboard for Michael Moore. This horse 0 for 11 this year, but she's been hanging around, knocking at the door at this level.
Yeah, she was running quicker, running better in the spring and summer. She just has kind of tailed off a little bit, maybe second, third time out for the barn here. Had a real good trip last time. Caramos had a dream trip. Got this horse to cut the corner, save ground every step of the way. Got outside and just couldn't quite get up. Is she going to get that good of a trip again is going to be the question, because she couldn't get by these horses last time. Might need a little bit more of a duel to develop. We're going to use the horse into the mix. Irish Inspired, as we say, comes out of the same race, right, Stan? Yes, it was 9-1 last time. Might hedge down a little bit off of that line, but broke through the gate prior to last race, ran off a little bit. All things considered, kept on willingly to the wire. Interesting, this horse ran well in the dirt, was transferred to turf, and kind of lost its form. It's come back. It looks like they want to make this a turf filly by Pradio Prado out of an unbridled mare. Irish Inspired. She's going to have to step up a little bit. She could definitely be in the mix.
I got the money. I was St. Patty's Day last March, debut runner there, Irish Inspired, like 9-1 or something. Got the money with that horse. So nice turf route race there in race 5 to kick off the late pick 5. Let's turn the page here. First race right around the corner coming up at 12:30. Race 6 kicks off the late pick 4 this afternoon. We're on the main track going a flat mile, claiming 5,000. Never won 3 lifetime for 3-year-olds and upward. I'll go with the 8 on top here. Bissinger from the Kieran McGee barn. Jevion Toledo aboard this 3-year-old son of Frisian Fire. A good third last out at this level up there at Penn National going a mile. That was the second race off the claim here for trainer Kieran McGee. He stays at this bottom level here at Laurel Park. Gets back to Laurel Park with his 3-year-olds, a 2 two-time winner already. You get the leading rider on the outside here. It doesn't matter too much going a mile. You have that long run down the backstretch, long run to the second wire, but hopefully turning for home, Toledo will still be out in the middle part of the racetrack here on the 8 Bissinger at 4-1.
Yeah, the 5 Whirly Vision has plenty of speed, as does the 9 Thought Partner. Bissinger shouldn't be too far behind in this race. This looks like a stagger crawl race, the last quarter of a mile, Stan. Let's try to just blow it up here with the 6 Lord Earl Grey for trainer Casey Randall. I'm completely tossing the last. The 2 prior races, the one at Laurel and Timonium, are good enough, Stan, to win this race. A good steady progression late at 7 furlongs against Rumbling Kyle, who came back to win 2 days ago. Won clear a good number, a buyer of 70. Let's toss the last time this horse wins, 44-1. That's what you're going to get, a boxcar kind of number out of the 6 Lord Earl Grey.
You're going with my buzzworthy
Yeah,
angle.
same angle. Yeah,
Hopefully he
like that.
runs better than buzzworthy. Yeah, live. You get a top 5 rider, Kevin Gomez, a horse
And the
that's won
rider's
here.
hot, yeah.
Won here at Laurel Park. The race 2 back was decent, so that's a nice 20-1 price there. Keith going bomb hunting here.
You see who
in
won with him
race
at
6.
44-1, don't you?
Yes.
Kevin Gomez.
Kevin Gomez. And when he
right.
had the bug, now he's a
Lightning
journeyman.
strikes again.
So, all right, I like it. 20-1 on the 6 Laurel Earl Grey. We both like the 7 Patrick Rocks there from the Jerry Robb barn. Let's turn the page here because 3 more races to go.
we'll knock 'em out.
But that's a nice nickel 3 life to kick off the late pick 4 there in race 6. Race 7, we get back out to the all-along turf course going a mile and a 16th. This is a nice maiden special weight for 2-year-old fillies, and I'll go with the 2. I Got the Boy on top, 9-5 morning line here for trainer Graham Motion, a well-bred 2-year-old filly by Candy Ride out of a rock hard 10 mare. She was bet down about 8-1 here in a very tough maiden special weight here at Laurel Park, going 2 turns on the turf. That's a tough assignment for a 2-year-old in her debut, but she handled it pretty well, came from out of it, rallied for a good third that day, Journey Home. That was a Shug McGahee winner, I believe, that day.
That was a motion horse that went out to California to win, Stan.
Journey Home, okay.
Yeah.
All right, so that horse, it's a strong maiden race. This horse is coming out of second start, has every right to improve. McCarthy should get a nice ground-saving trip from the inside.
Did a really nice job last time, was able to save ground every step of the way. Journey Home went out to California, went out to Del Mar, and won a grade 3 running a 74. It was a real emphatic kind of a victory, a big wide trip, and just kept on going. But no, this filly ran well. A smaller one of the 2 horses, too, of the barn mates here. You see Via Fortina get the lead, but there's the 3. Dum I think had aim on the far outside. We're going to get the winner. But you see the 2 horse, I Got the Boys, the 2 horse a day was just down inside every step of the way, trying to run right with the stablemate on the outside. You see, but she's just a little bit better. Was Journey Home. She really kicked on late, but hey, no disgrace for that effort by I Got the Boy, staying down inside. Really kept on nicely through the wire. I like Bill was calling that race. I was out at the Breeders' Cup and caught his eye. You could just tell by the way he worded the footnote. I'm going to come right back on I Got the Boy.
All right, nice Dixiana Farms homebred there for trainer Graham Ocean. The 2, I Got the Boy. The 10, though, Sleepless from the Michael Dickinson barn. Alex Cintron aboard this 2-year-old filly by Quality Road. What an impressive debut performance she had back in early August here at Laurel Park. Came very wide out of the clouds and looked like she was making a winning move, but undulated. Sharp winner that day for Cal Lynch. Undulated now a stakes winner for Cal Lynch. But the 10, Sleepless, looked very good there in the debut, and could he be even better today in her second start, coming back off a little time away.
You see that, they haven't had a lot of horses return, but hitting at a 43% rate with a nice positive ROI. It hooked the right kind of horse and undulated. You see what she's been able to go ahead and do. The extra ground with the breeding shouldn't be a hindrance for the 10 Sleepless. Some nice fillies in here.
We both like the 4 and the 5 as well. The 4, Dum the second Michael Dickinson runner in here, beaten favored last time coming out of that same race. We showed the I Got the Boy replay.
Yeah, had aim. Might even had a little bit better trip than our top selection. Is going to need to finish a little bit stronger.
All right, nice maiden special weight going 2 turns on the all-along turf course there in race 7 to kick off the late pick 3. Race 8 is our Maryland-bred allowance feature of the day, going 6 furlongs on the main track. My best bet in here is the 7 Daily News. Let's take a look here at his last win back on September 23rd here at Laurel Park. This was the 4-year-old son of Jumpstart's 3rd win here, and all 3 wins have come right here at Laurel Park. This was back on September 23rd against claiming 35,000, never won 3, and Daily News gets in front this day with Victor Carrasco, and this keeps on going. After this race, caught a very, very tough first level allowance race, won by Showalter, Sir Navigator, Sir Orinoco, who was third in that race, would come back to win. Daily News runs well fresh. The win you just saw there, that race was coming back after a couple month freshening. He's had some time again since that October 15th race. Some nice works here at Laurel Park, including a bullet back on November 22nd. Julian Pimentel riding well. This horse 5 for 8 in the money here at Laurel Park with 3 wins. I'll go with the 7 Daily News here as my best bet today.
The barn quietly having a really good year, Katie Boss. Not running a lot of horses, but the ones she's throwing out there are performing. I don't think this one's going to be any different. Daily News has a good turn of foot, draws through the good outside. Concordia's Way might be another speed factor with the 7 Daily News. That was intrigued. That horse ran 2 big races on the dirt, then they go ahead to the turf. I just don't know how this horse is really going to react coming back. If you're looking for a price play, how about Whiskey Sour? Ran real good 2 back. I know it was kind of like a major jump up in that Maryland Million starter, but ran sneaky good against the grain of the racetrack, dueled a long way, held on very well to about mid-stretch, dropped down a little condition claimer, whistled. This horse could be right there, Whiskey Sour at a price.
Yeah, got a big number last out. 71 buyer. That puts him right here against these state-bred allowance horses. Fergal Lynch gets aboard. This horse a 4-time winner at Laurel Park. So I like the 3 as well. Cold 7-3 exacta, hopefully for us there in race 8. We both like the 1 and the 4 as well. The 1-2 Blade from the inside for Kelly Rubley. Alex Centron aboard. This horse coming out of some tougher open allowance races up there at Parks.
Yeah, and you see just beating a skosh by Nick at Rodillic Rocks.
Yeah.
Keys up against the right kind. He has no speed, no early speed. So he draws the inside. It's not really going to be a hindrance for him. He can take back and circle in here. But he's going to have to get going a little bit sooner, I think, to run down Daily News.
All right, nice allowance feature there to kick off the late daily double. 1 minute to go here, Keith. We got it. Race 9, maiden claiming 25,000 for 2-year-old fillies, 7 furlongs on the main track, and I'll go with the 1, Springtime Wind. I don't like the inside post at all, going 7 furlongs. Hopefully Fergal Lynch can navigate a good trip from the inside. The last race going long on the turf, that didn't work out, but I like to cut back to 7 furlongs here. The horse should be dead fit. The race 2 back against Maiden Special Weight Company going 2 turns. That was a good third that day at 13-1.
No doubt about it. No doubt. Rode the right part of the racetrack that day. Just got beat by a little bit better horse. Lucky Malibu ran huge on October the 30th for trainer Gary Capon. Springtime Win is the horse to beat. I'll take a horse out of that race on October 30th, Cherohala for Kelly Rubley. Barr needs to heat up just a little bit, but was down inside that day. Kind of moving with Springtime Win, just couldn't sustain. I think a little bit better run today from mid-pack.
Well, you get a nice 6-1 price there on Keith's top pick in race 9, the 6, Cherohala, Angel Serpa board. So that's it. Dave Rodman, he's coming up next with all of today's scratches and changes. The sun's coming out. It's going to be a nice Sunday out here at Laurel Park. Nice carryover in that Rainbow Pick 6 starting race 4, a little over 3,000. The Fantasy Football Pick 7, 2,500 in the pool for that Fantasy Football Pick 7. Make sure you enter before the 1 o'clock games for that. Who's your quarterback again? Big Ben Roethlisberger.
Today, yeah.
All right.
I think he tears it up.
I'll go with Flacco. I'll home it up there with Flacco. Ravens in town, so you can watch all the football games right here and enjoy all the live racing. I'll be back later this afternoon with Tim Tullock. Rodman coming up next with all of today's scratches and changes. Good luck.
Good luck.